Welcome to the Meatpacking WeWork co-working space. Located at 1 Little West 12th Street. In the Meatpacking neighborhood of Manhattan. You can visit the Meatpacking WeWork via mass transit using the 14th Street 8th Avenue Subway Station. Use MuniMeter.com to better understand on video the neighborhoods surrounding your WeWork co-working space, exclusively and in 1920 by 1080 high definition. WeWork. It's where businesses thrive. Visit WeWork.com for more information. They've told me how cheap he is. Specific examples are, Divya would show up to their Hamptons house in Long Island, wearing cheap clothes, and his suitcase was a plastic bag from Gristedes or some grocery shop, and they were just like, why is the guy so cheap? The last time I spoke to the twins, they basically were just disgusted with, Divya's behavior towards me, or at least what I was telling them. And, I think that they believed me outright because, they've seen firsthand, what this guy is all about. The shadiness and the greediness, the cheapness, the, potential for deceit. It's just downright weird that they're best friends, they're business partners, yet these guys always call me up to tell me how much they hate him. I guess I do have problems with my own friends, but I don't just call up people and chat with them for an hour about how much I hate someone else. I don't know, it's kind of weird. Usually if I do that, then the next step is to block them on Facebook and whatever. It's not to invest in their company. So it's just kind of a little weird relationship that I've seen up close. I guess it doesn't really matter anymore because now money's on the line and everyone's old and grown up and some people are getting married. And you kind of just don't spend as much time together anymore and you become more independent. But the twins have been calling me up regularly for 10 years up until, let's say, 2014. Either they would call me or I would call them. A majority of the time they would call me, and we would just discuss how much of a D-bag Dick Narendra is. That's a fact. Another weird thing with this whole Narendra-Winklevoss saga is that, the Winklevoss twins would call me all the time. And when we would discuss the lawsuit, while the lawsuit was happening, and definitely after the movie came out and the money came in to them, or they got the stock and paid off all the lawyers, was that the twins would always talk about how Divya didn't do shit for the lawsuit. He was just kind of along for the ride, which I suppose is the case on the monetary, when looking at it, at the monetary aspects, because I don't think, if I remember correctly, I don't think Divya put in more than $20,000 or $30,000 into all the legal fees over this many year litigation process, and I'm pretty sure the twins put in several $1 million of their own money, so that was a pretty big investment. And while the twins were rowing full-time at Princeton, staying at Lauren Bush's apartment, from what I was told, handling the lawsuit was almost like a full-time job as well. Yeah, okay, maybe they're living off of their dad, and maybe they're not like working, but they're athletes, they're doing what they love, and they're busy all day. So I definitely give them credit. Rowing is like having a job. But to get to the point is that the twins would always talk about how Divya did nothing, absolutely nothing for the lawsuit. And Divya would always joke to me privately about how he only put in $20,000, and his ROI, his return on his investment once the settlement came through, was like 1,000%. Meanwhile, the twins only yielded a 10x return.